Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game two of the St. Louis Cardinals and Colorado Rockies series here on April 8th, 1998. And leading off for the visiting Cardinals, playing left field, McGee, batting second, playing short, Renteria, batting third, playing first base is Pujols, batting fourth, playing center field is Edmonds. Batting fifth, playing third base is Rowland. Batting sixth, playing right field is Musial. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Molina. Batting eighth, playing second base is Carpenter. Batting ninth, doing the pitching is TUDOR. And for the hometown Colorado Rockies, leading it off, playing second base is LeMahieu. Batting second, playing right field is Bichette. Batting third, playing first base is Galarraga. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burks. Batting fifth, playing center field is Gonzalez. Batting sixth, playing third base is Castilla. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Tulowitzki. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Rosario. And on the mound, doing the pitching is Freeland. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started. And as you can see, Willie McGee off to a terrible start. 0 for 13 on the year, folks, with 6 strikeouts. And he'll be facing Kyle Freeland, who is 1-0, his second start of the year with a 9 ERA. And the Cardinals now are in third place, a game behind the Brewers. Musial batting .227, McGuire .583 with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Boyer still looking for his first hit. Herb batting .250, Ozzie Smith batting .333. Gibson now with a 4.5 ERA. Tudor with a 1.01 entering this game. Wainwright 0. And O'Hara 3.8 second. And Carpenter a 2.57. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started with the first pitch to Willie McGee. Can he get his first hit of the year here, folks? And nope, that's a slow grounder down to Tulowitzki at short. He's up with it, fires over to Galarraga, and there's one down. And Edgar Renteria is batting .300 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Renteria is down at first. And the machine, Albert Pujols, he's batting .222 with a homer and 1 RBI on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Freeland. A 35 and a 2 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And they are going to get the runner out at second on the 1-6 put out. And that brings down Pujols down to first with Edmonds at the plate. And Jim, he is looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 9. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Edmonds for out number 2. And now you got Scott rolling up. That was out number 3. Forgot about McGee making the out. So we go to the bottom of the first. Cardinals, nothing. LeMahieu, Bichette, and Galarraga do up here. DJ batting .229 with 2 homers and 2 RBIs. John Tudor, his second appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with a 1.08 ERA. And the Colorado Rockies will take a look at them. And they are tied for last place in the West, 2 games behind the Giants. DJ batting .229 with 2 homers and 2 RBIs. Gonzalez, 1 homer, 8 RBIs, batting .250. Galarraga batting .312. And Dante batting .222. And Burks batting .500 with 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Jimenez, .525 ERA. And De La Rose, 6. Chasing now with a whopping 12.86 ERA. Reed with a 2.57 along with White. Let's get down here to the field and get this bottom of the inning started with DJ. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tudor strikes him out. Excuse me, for out number 1. And Dante Bichette's up. Dante batting .220 with a homer. and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Roland. He fires over to first. So Albert, and that'll be out number 2. And the big cat's up now. And Gaga batting .312 with no homers and an RBI. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is out of here. Kiss it goodbye. Colorado leads this game 1-0 here. John Tudor gives up a 2-out homer. And Alex Burks, who's batting .500 on the year with 4 homers and 7 RBIs of his own, is up. And that's going to be a 21 and a 9. Sorry, he's a lefty. That will knock him down to 11. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Edgar's got it. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning, but the solo homer by the big cat makes it 1-0 Colorado. As we go to the second inning, you got Roland due up here, followed by Musial and Molina. Scott batting .091, a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. Walking a guy that isn't batting 100. It's not a good sign. Here comes Stan the man, got batting .227, got 1 homer and 3 RBIs on the year. And here's the pitch to Stan. And that's going to be against the lefty. 19 and a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit by Stan the man. So a leadoff walk and now an infield single. Just like that. Cardinals are making noise here in the top of the second, trailing by 1 now. They got a runner in scoring position with great speed. And Stan down there at first with terrible speed, and Molina up. And the Rockies are definitely looking for a ground ball. Yadier's batting .300 with a homer and an RBI. And that's not going to be a ground ball. That ball is driven into right field. That's going to score 1. And with Stan's speed, he's going to stop at third. That's an RBI double. And now it's second and third and still nobody out. They'll play back for the out with a 1-1 game. And Matt Carpenter has yet to get a hit. He's 0 for 9 on the year. Here's the pitch to Matt. And that's going to be against the lefty in 18. And another CNI single in the right field. And again, Molina with not much speed and nobody out. He's going to stop at third. So it is now 2-1. So Cardinals take the lead, and John Tudor's up here with runners on first and third. And he's going to not do a suicide squeeze, but he is going to try to bunt Carpenter over to second here. 26 and a 12. And that's going to be a nice bunt down to first base. And Gaga is going to pick it up and toss it over to DJ covering. And that'll be out number 1, Yadier holding at third. So now we got second and third, 1 down. Let's see here. 3, put out 4. So now we got second and third, 1 out, and the Cardinals up 2-1. And Willie McGee, if he wants to get off the snot as Legends and Parallel League joins us here, check out Legends Sports Universe, awesome channel, and Parallel League. Yeah, yes they are. And now, like I say, Willie McGee is 0 for 1 today, 0 for 14 on the season. But a hit here could open this game up. Can Willie get his first hit? Maybe drive in too. And nope, they're going to walk him. Unbelievable. Freeland walks a guy that hasn't gotten a base hit all year. That brings up Edgar Renteria. And it's going to be hard to double Willie off. So I don't understand that walk at all. And Edgar, he walked his first time out. Can Edgar deliver here? Here's the pitch to Renteria. And that's going to be against the lefty. And that is going to be a base hit in the right field. Let's see if Carpenter can score from second here. Could be a 2 RBI single. Again, only one out. And they're going to hold him at third. So it's just going to be a station-to-station single. But it drives in another run. The bases are still full. And here comes the big boy who says he's not a machine, Albert Pujols. He is 0 for 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice. Yeah, they figured Willie was. Yeah, maybe they figured he was due. I don't know, legends, but I sure wouldn't have walked him. Here's the pitch now to Albert. No place to put him. Albert, like I said, grounded into a fielder's choice. Can the machine deliver? And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Vinny down there. This might be around the horn double play. Let's see. That will be fielding column 1. And that's yep, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be not around the horn. It's going to be the old It's going to be the old 5-2-1 double play. It's not around the horn. 5-2-3 double play. Gets them out at the plate and then the first. And that'll end the inning. But the Cardinals score 3, take a 3-0 lead, 3-1 lead into the bottom of the second. We got Gonzalez, Castilla, and Tulowitzki due up. Carlos batting .250 on the year with a homer and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And John Tudor now with the lead coming after these guys. That's his second strikeout of the game. And Vinny, my cousin Vinny Castillo's up batting a .133 with no homers and an RBI. And he gets a hold of this. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. That ball is going. So Tudor's given up 2 hits. Both of them's been homers. And it's a 1-run ball game, folks. As you see, St. Louis's upcoming schedule. They got Colorado. One more game here, and then they go to San Francisco for a 4-game series. Troy's up now batting .250 with a homer and 4 RBI. And that's going to be a routine grounder down to Roland. He fires over to Albert for out number 2. And Rosario's up, only batting a .188. No homers and an RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty at 8. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So Willie gets aboard here with 2 outs. At the very worst, that gets Freeland out of the way. And Kyle's 0 for 3 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Carpenter will go the easy way to second with Aguirre covering. But the homer by Vinny gives the Colorado Rockies a 1-run, and it's a 3-2 ball game. We got Edmonds rolling in Musial due up here. And Jimmy's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Freeland keeps putting on these runners here with walks. It's his 4th walk of the game. Scott rolling up. He walked and came around to score in the second. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit. And the line drive in the left field. And Edmonds with nobody else going to stop at second. So the first 2 batters are aboard here. A leadoff walk and now a single. And that brings up Stan the man. He singled and came around to score in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Ellis Burke says he's got it and does. That'll be out number 1. See the team comparisons there. St. Louis 4-2. They've scored 27 runs on 13 homers, have 2 stolen bases and been caught once. Colorado 3-5, 31 runs, 16 homers, and no stolen bases and haven't been caught. And Yadier Molina, he's 1-for-1 with an RBI double his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Freeland. And that's going to be the old 1-6-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend there, folks. Gets him out of the inning again. Cardinals strand 1. We go to the bottom of the third. St. Louis holding on to a 1-run lead. And we got the top of the order due up here for the Rockies. DJ, Bouchette, and Gagarraga. DJ 0-for-1. He struck out in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out the stand for out number 1. And Dante Bouchette's up now. And he's 0-for-1. He grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball again. You might want to hit it somewhere besides right field because Musio's got it. And that's out number 2. Here comes the big cat. He gave Colorado a 1-0 lead back in the first with a homer. And he do it again. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So the Rockies ain't too happy there. It's TUDOR trying to send a message. Late on me trying to drill one out of here. Now you got 2 outs and Ellis Burke. He's 0-for-1. Grounded out back in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And after hitting the big cat, he strikes out Burks. And that ends the inning. They strand 1. To the top of the 4th we go. And we got Carpenter, TUDOR, and then back to Willie. And Matt's 1-for-1. He had an RBI single in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dante and right. That'll be out number 1. Here's Johnny. John TUDOR's up now. He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. And that's going to be a well hit. Old TUDOR. He gets into this one. See where it goes. And that is going to be a double in the right field. John TUDOR says we don't need no stinking DH, folks. A 1-out double. A runner in scoring position for Willie McGee. He's 0-for-1. He grounded out and walked. Can McGee get his first hit, folks? And nope, that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Ellis. And left. Now there's 2 outs, so it's up to Edgar Renteria to deliver here. He is 1-for-1. He has an RBI single in the second. Can he get another RBI single here? And that's going to be a base on balls. Freeland with his 5th walk of the game, folks. And here comes the big boy, Albert Pujols. Can Albert bust this game open a little bit and give the Cardinals some breathing room? They're only up by 1. Albert is 0-for-2 today. And that's going to make him 0-for-3. And that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. And Willie takes the mask off, makes the catch near the screen for out number 3. Cardinals strand 2 more. To the bottom of the 4th we go. And you got the Carlos Gonzalez, Vinny Castilla, and Troy Tulowitzki due up here. Carlos, he struck out his first time up against TUDOR. And that's going to be a ground ball back to John. He tosses it over to first for out number 1. And my cousin Vinny, he is 1-for-1 with a solo homer back in the second. And that's going to be against the lefty. That is going to be a fly ball in the deep center field. Jim Edmonds back at the track makes the catch. Vinny thought he had another one, just came up short. And that's 2 outs now. And Tulowitzki, he grounded out. He's 0-for-1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the rolling. He fires over to Albert, and 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. To the top of the 5th we go. We got Edmonds, Roland, and Musial due up here. Roland's 0-for-1. He has struck out and walked. And he has yet to put the ball in play because he's going to walk on down to first. The sixth walk of the game by Freeland, and it's only a one-run game. He's lucky. He's been getting a lot of nice ground ball double plays. The pitcher's best friend. Can Scott Rowland avoid doing that? He's 1 for 1. He has walked, came around the score, and singled in the third. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Carlos in center for out number 1. And now you got Stan the man up. He's 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the second. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Burks. Now there's 2 down, and Edmonds still down at first. Let's see here on an F. And yeah, you got Yadier Molina. He has a RBI double in this game, 1 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dante. And that ends the inning. Edmond gets stranded with the leadoff walk at first. To the bottom of the 5th we go. They are not making him pay for these walks, folks. Might come back to bite him in the butt. You got Rosario, Freeland, and then back to DJ. And Rosario's 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be driven down the first base line. And that's going to be a double to lead off this inning, folks. Freeland's going to try to bunt him down the third and getting 90 feet away for tying this ball game up. Freeland's 0 for 1, grounded into a force play the first time up. And he's going to get the job done here, folks. That's bunted back to John. His only plays over to first with Carpenter covering. So that'll be a 1-4 put out, but Rosario gets down the third. They're going to bring the infield in here, try to keep the 1-run lead as DJ comes to the plate 0 for 2. And that's going to be a base on balls. TUDOR walks him. The playback for the double play, that is the question. And I think they're going to play back for the double play. That's why he pitched so carefully to him. Didn't mind giving up the walk. And Dante's up. He is 0 for 2. He has grounded out once. Looking for that ground ball here. And that's not going to happen because he squares it up and says, oh, don't think about that. That's going to be a double in the right field. And let's see here. Old Stan the man does not have a very good arm. DJ's got average speed. That'll be a 36. 22. Who's up after that? The big cat. And they're going to stop him at third with the big cat coming up. Give him a chance here. So that's going to tie the ball game up. Now you got runners at second and third. And only 1 out. That'll force them to bring the infield in. Don't want to give up the go-ahead run, definitely. And the big cat has already hit a homer today. He is 1 for 1 and been hit by a pitch. Here's the pitch from TUDOR. And that's going to be against the lefty at 21. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field with Edmonds out there. And we roll a dice. That'll be a 5. So that'll be a 51. Minus a 31 plus a 10. And that'll be a 30 to throw him out. 30 to throw him out. And what is it? If they decide not to throw, they're going to throw home. So Dante's going to tag up too. They're going to try to keep the go-ahead run from scoring. 56 or lower or scoring. 56 or lower. Can Edmonds get the job done here, folks? Nope. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. And that's going to give Colorado a 1-run game. And now you got a runner on third, 2 outs. And up to the plate steps Ellis Burks in a 4-3 ball game here. This TUDOR gives up the lead here in the 5th. And Ellis is 0 for 2, grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. TUDOR gets his 4th strikeout of the game, but not until Colorado takes the lead. It's 4-3. So we go to the top of the 6th. You got Carpenter, TUDOR due up, and McGee. Let's see if Carpenter gets on, whether we'll pitch hit for John or not. Carpenter 1 for 2 with an RBI in this game. And that's going to be against the lefty, 18. It's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Carlos makes a nice catch for out number 1. Since there's nobody on and TUDOR's already proven you don't need no stinking DH. He's 1 for 1 with a double. We're going to let him back. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. DJ's got it for out number 2. And now Willie McGee's up. Willie's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the second, though. And this is his first base hit of the year, folks. Willie goes the other way with it. Tries that ball in the right field, and McGee's on here with 2 outs. Let's see how long he stays down at first. A 30, which would be a 56 or lower. He's in there with a stolen base, and he does. Willie steals second, gets in the scoring position with the tying run. And can Edgar Renteria drive him in here and tie this ball game up for the Cardinals? And nope, that's a fly ball out to Ellis. He waits for it to come down. And the Cardinals strand another one. To the bottom of the 6th we go in a 4-3 Colorado lead. You got Gonzalez, Castillo, and Tulowitzki due up here. Carlos 0 for 2. And here's the pitch from TUDOR. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And Castillo, Vinny's, he's 1 for 2 today. He's homer back in the second. And that's going to be against the lefty. It's going to be a single in the left field. Vinny having a nice day here. He's aboard here with 1 out. And already up by 1. And that brings up Tulowitzki. And Troy is 0 for 2. He has grounded out the third both times. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a pop-up down the short. No, a swing and a miss. TUDOR's got the Y. He strikes him out for out number 2. And that brings up Rosario. He's having an awesome day. 2 for 2 with a double and a single, and he came around the score in the 5th. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Scott Rowland makes the catch. And the Rockies strand 1 to the top of the 7th we go. Colorado hanging on to a 4-3 lead here. You got the big boys due up, though. Pujols, Edmonds, and Rowland. And they got the bullpen up just in case somebody gets on here. I'm going to let FREELAND pitch until they get a runner. Albert is 0 for 3 today. He is grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Carlos, easy play for out number 1. Let's see if Edmonds can get something started here. He has walked twice and struck out, yet to put the ball in play. And still hasn't, because that's another walk to Jimmy Edmonds. Edmonds down at first with 1 out, and Scott Rowland's up. And is Edmonds going to try to steal here? No, but they are going to put the hit and run on. Scott Rowlands is 1 for 2. He has walked and singled in this game. The hit and run is on. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Ellis makes the catch. And Edmonds is going to scamper back to first for out number 2. So it is all up to Stan the Man Musial to do something with a runner on at first. And I don't think he's going to stay at first now. The 7th inning, right? So 7th inning with 2 outs and behind. Yep, Edmonds is going to take off for second. Try to steal second. On 54 lower, he's safe. And they throw him out. And that is it for Edmonds as Rosario throws him out. And that'll end the inning, folks. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's still 4-3. St. Louis. You got Freeland. They'll probably pitch it for him. DJ and Dante do up. Freeland goes 7 innings. Did his job. I have a pitch hitter here. Try to get him some insurance runs. See who's going to come off the bench here. And Troy's going to come off the bench. Old Story, Trevor Story. Can he tell a nice story here in the top of the 7th and get on base? See what Trevor can do. And Story is batting 200 on the year, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tudor strikes him out. And there's one down here in the 7th. And back to the top of the order we go. Who are they going to bring on the pitch? Got the lefty, the righty, and a lefty. So let's see here. So we're ready to roll when the inning comes up. Who are we going to bring in?
Contest.
Brian's going to come in, I think. Bring in the lefty. White pitched the other day. So Brian will probably come in. Now there's one out. And we got Mr. DJ up. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and come around the score in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Edgar. He fires over to Pujols for out number 2. And Dante Bichette comes up. And Bichette's 1 for 3 with an RBI double in the 5th. And that's going to be a base on balls. Dante walks on down to first. And the big cat comes to the plate. And he is 1 for 1. He's homered and been hit by a pitch and had a sacrifice fly. And that's going to be against the lefty, 23. And that's going to be let's see here. That's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Roland's going to fire over to first. And that'll end the inning. Colorado strands 1 to the top of the 8th we go. Stan the Man was up when Edmonds got thrown out. Fuentes is going to come in the game and pitch. Let's see Brian here. Where is he at? There he is. The lefty's going to come in and pitch. And he'll be facing Musial, Molina, and Carpenter. Stan's 1 for 3 today. He singled and came around the score in the 2nd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Brian, this is his 2nd appearance. No record with no ERA. And he strikes out Stan to start this 8th inning. And Molina is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Dante. 2 quick outs here in the 8th. And do we want to pitch it here for Carpenter is the question. Do we want to bring Tommy Herr in against the lefty? I don't think so. Tommy's going to stay on the bench. Matt's going to stay in the game. Carpenter is 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Cardinals. To the bottom of the 8th we go. TUDOR trying to get through this 8th inning. He's due to lead off the top of the 9th. He'll have Burks, Gonzalez, and Castilla. Ellis 0 for 3 today. He struck him out twice. Can he get the hat trick? No, he blasted this ball, folks. No hat trick here, that's for sure. That will be a triple into left field. Alex Burks with a leadoff triple as McGee chases it down, forcing the Cardinals will bring the infield in for Carlos Gonzalez. He is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. TUDOR needs a strikeout here in a big way. And he gets it, folks. Big strikeout by TUDOR. That is his 8th strikeout of the game. Now you got Vinny up. And Vinny is 2 for 3 with a homer. And do you walk Vinny? Set up the double play with Troy. And Troy is 0 for 3 today. I think you do. I think that's exactly what you do here. You walk Vinny. And you set up the double play. So Vinny goes down the first. Troy will come up here. First and third. And he's 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice the third and struck out. Looking for that ground ball. And that's not going to happen. That's going to be a 14 and a 10. And that's going to be a single in the center field. That's going to score 1. And the runner's going to stop at second with 1 out. So that strategy didn't pay off. Now you got first and second Rosario, who's having a fine game, comes to the plate. And he is 2 for 3. He has doubled and singled in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the stand. He makes the catch, and now there's 2 down. And this will be it now for Brian. He'll come out of the game. And who are they going to bring in to close this game out? That is the question. That is the question. We'll figure that out right now. Get that out of the way.
Corpus.
I think Manuel Corpus will come in and try to close this game out. Now who's going to come out and pitch hit against TUDOR? And I think it's going to be Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday is going to come out here and pitch hit against TUDOR. Holliday comes off the bench first and second, 2 outs and a 2-run game. TUDOR can't afford to give up any more of that big run already. He doesn't like giving that up here in the 8th. And Holliday's batting .235, no homers and 2 RBIs. Not anymore, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Matt Holliday has just busted this game open. No doubt about her. A 3-run shot. And just like that, it is 8-3. John TUDOR. It's lit up here in the bottom of the 8th. And now there's 2 outs and nobody on for DJ. He was 0 for 3. Matt Holliday just put an amen to this game, folks. Turn out the lights, the party's over. And they're not done yet. That's a base hit in the right field. Like I say, TUDOR's due to lead off the inning, and they're like, your game, buddy. You done blown this one the hell and back. Audie Murphy can't save you on this. Dante's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a against the lefty, a 17 on an 8. And that is going to be a pop up down the short. Nope, a swing and a miss. Tudor strikes him out the end inning. But the 3-run homer put an amen to this game, folks. And we'll have a pitch hitter for Tudor. And we're still going with Emmanuel, still coming in the game, even though it's not a save opportunity. Where's he at there? Manny comes in. And now he's got a 5-run lead. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Tudor. And see who's going to come off the bench against the righty. They need base runners. So Ozzie Smith's going to come off the bench. Don't need a home run hitter yet. You need base runners down by 5. So Smith will come off the bench to lead off this top of the 9th rather. And Ozzie is batting .333 with no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vinny. He picks it cleanly, throws over to Gagarraga. And that'll be out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order. And Willie got his first hit his last time up. Now let's see if he can get hot. He's 1 for 3, singled and stole a base. And that's going to be a ground ball down to LeMahieu. 2 quick outs. So it's up to Edgar here. Renteria's up. He's 1 for 2. He's walked twice and driven in a run. Excuse me. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Troy. Nice play, folks. Dives, gets up quickly, fires over, and barely gets Edgar to end this ball game. And then Colorado wins at 8-3. Here at the box score. John Tudor gets lit up in the 8th. Oh, Freeland pitched one hell of a game. Like Rockies, 8 hits, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Cardinals, 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. None of the Cardinals had a multi-hit game. You had Cardinals going 3 for 9. Very productive. Not a bad game, but they still left 8 men on base. You had Vinny with a big game. He was 2 for 3 with a homer. And you had Gagarraga with a homer and Matt Holliday with a big 3-run homer coming off the bench, folks. Rockies 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position, left 6 men on base. Tudor goes all 8 innings, goes to 1-1. 8 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, walked 3, struck out 9, and gave up 3 homers. And Freeland gets his second win of the year. How about that, folks? He's 2-0. 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 7. They just couldn't cash in on them walks. That's parallel universe. He says he's a Reds fan and glad to see the Cardinals lose. Brian comes in, pitches 1 inning, struck out 1. And Manny comes in and pitches 1 inning. Nice game for Colorado, that's for sure. Let's go to the standings and leaderboard. And the Braves are 1 game up on New York. Washington 2 games back. The Phils 2.5, and the Marlins 3.5. And as Parallel was talking about in the Central, the Brewers are a half a game up on Pittsburgh. Cardinals and Cubbies are now both tied for third, a game and a half back. The Reds are 2 games back, and the Astros 2.5. And out west, San Francisco's got a half a game lead on LA. Diamondbacks a game back. And with the win, Colorado's a game and a half back, with the Padres in last, now all by themselves, 2 games back. And Molitor still leading the league with a .560 average. Sammy with his 7 homers and 12 RBIs leading the National League. And again, no ERA leading the league. And now you got 3 pitchers here. Well, let's get to the right one. Got 4 pitchers now in the National League with 2 wins. Caldwell, Freeland, Gooden, and Rocker. And you got Suter and Tecalvi with 3 saves. And Sammy Sosa leading the MVP voting. John Rucker holding on to the Cy Young lead right now. And the next game on the channel will be the final game of this 3-game series, the rubber match, on April 9th. Let's see who the pitching matchup's going to be. It's going to be Joaquin Andahar going up against Mr. Jeff Francis. So we'll see who wins the rubber match and wins this series. I want to thank Legend Sports Universe Parallel League for stopping by here today. Like I say, check out their great channels. And if you're new to mine, it doesn't cost anything, folks. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell after you do that so you know what's going on and get reminders on this channel. And when you're leaving Colorado, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care. Oh, you're welcome, buddy.